Depois, mas só em pensar que só face tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando desse esse quarto falasse, mas que pena, já era. Não deixe mais aquela tão bela e singela e nem dá. Porque sem sua voz ela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the New York Knicks in New York. For New York, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people, the barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might be one of my favorite players coming up, Ernie. I mean, his teammates are trusting him more, giving him opportunities, trusting that the fact that he could score, and their success as a unit is also increased because of their trust in him.
You know who Freak reminds me of?
Who's that?
Me.
We're coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Pistons.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Freak is out there with Matthews. And it's Spates in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Stevenson drives in. New York moving it around. Lopez, a screen on Parsons. Anthony dishes to Lopez. No luck, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big timely shots. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
One struggle they'll have in this game is finding the right person or combination of players to match up with Dirk. The problem, coach says, is how do you play someone who can hit jumpers at such a high release point while being quick enough to stay with Dirk when he drives? We'll see if they've come up with any answers, guys.
All right, Doris. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Freak. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Here's Stevenson after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. And stolen by Freak. Here's Parsons. The offensive rebound, and he gets it to go.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Augustine with it, out defended by Freak. Here's Anthony, and again it's New York.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Freak, headed by Augustine. Stone kicks to Nowitzki. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Nowitzki's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a problem.
Passes it to Porzingis. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Dallas. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
An East-West showdown. Only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
That's good.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Stevenson outside. Pass to Augustine. And there's the feed to Carmelo. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. It's tipped. Stevenson outside. Here's Porzingis. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Now Augustine from deep three-point range. Matthews with the rebound. Now here's Freak. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Drains the three-pointer. Nowitzki's got 11.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game. And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Carmelo Anthony. Averaging 21 points per game, 5 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Porzingis. And it's Cannon in for Augustine. Now here's Anthony. Trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Detroit. Freak with it. Releases. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Stevenson passes to Cannon. Outside Anthony. Kicks it to O'Quinn. And stolen by Darren Williams. To the inside. Nowitzki outside. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now here's Anthony. 6 points for him. Moves back up, and it's finished off inside by Smith. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. There's the pick. The pass to Blatch. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
New York moving it around. Smith sets the pick for Stevenson. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Stone. And that one's good.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive boards for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Lance Stevenson. Now, here is Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 blocked shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Clock at 2. There's Cannon with the 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. J.J. Barea is checked in for second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Stone, he's in at the point. Chandler Parsons out there with Matthews. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Harris in at the shooting guard position. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He ended with 16 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Knicks trail by 13. Anthony dishes to Augustine. Pass to Porzingis. He feeds it to Stevenson. The dish to Augustine. Shot clock at 3. Craps in the tray. Augustine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Matthews gets it to go.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Porzingis. 9 points last game. Lopez a screen. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. Puts it up from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Anthony's got 8.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Spates gets it to go.
Assist from Freak.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Augustine kicks to Stevenson. Anthony against Matthews. It's Anthony with the drive. Takes it off the glass. He's got 10.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Here's Harris, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders at small forward. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
Would be nice to find a steals chart to see where they're getting all their pilfers from. These are small forwards, though, who play 94 feet of defense.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 10. Dishes it to Lopez.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Parsons, great pass to set up the lay-in. Parsons got 5 points now in the quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Atlanta. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, New York, 6 games out.
And right now for the Knicks, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Porzingis.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Anthony. 10 points for him. Augustine, no luck.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Here's Matthews. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And it's 7 points for Wesley Matthews.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Porzingis passes to Stevenson. Outside Anthony. And here's Augustine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. From the arc, rejected by Stone. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Boy, you got to love it. A picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. Right at the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. 1:33 left in the first half. Nobody near Parsons. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Chandler Parsons. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. So for the Knicks, Smith comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Cannon in for Augustine. And Dallas with a change here, too. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. Now here's Anthony. He's got 10 out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that.
A dominating first half of basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, untested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
Nowitzki playing very well. 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
We've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Augustine in at the point guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here is Augustine. From downtown, the shot is off.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But, guys, the pass, for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. Second, the Mavericks.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lanes.
Here's Stevenson. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two. Stevenson's got his first 2 points.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Augustine.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Stone. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Anthony. 10 points for him.
That's a wall.
And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Spates sets a screen. Lopez over to help. Got a piece of it. And Parsons kicks to Stone. Matthews with it. Now Anthony defending. Nowitzki a screen. And Freak throws it down hard.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach for the Dallas Mavericks said to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Anthony. He's got 12. 16 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Stone kicks to Matthews. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. Nowitzki sets a screen for Freak. Shot off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. 15 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And Augustine kicks to Anthony. Stevenson outside. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Devin Harris is checked in for Maurice Spates. Anthony kicks to Augustine. Kept alive by New York. Porzingis passes to Stevenson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Stevenson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Freak. 12 points for him. Nowitzki right side. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Nowitzki's got 17.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Stevenson outside. Now here is Augustine. Covered by Stone. Lopez a screen. Layup off the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And it's Cannon in for Lance Stevenson.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Craig. I mean, this just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Anderson with the block.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
The shot's good from O'Quinn.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Here's Stone. Oh! That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Here's Williams. The Mavericks making the shot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks. Knicks trail by 18. On the court for the Mavericks. Stone, he's in at point guard. Matthews out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Williams at the 2-guard spot. Back to Calderon. Lopez, a screen on Williams. 5 on the clock. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
The Knicks making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And Spates gets it to go.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Cannon kicks to Anthony. Lopez sets a screen for Stevenson. Lopez, a screen on Williams. They set the pick. Parsons against Stevenson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. DJ Augustine's checked in for New York.
DJ Augustine.
Mavericks leading by 17. Stone dishes to Parsons. That's tipped. The Knicks shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Over to the left wing. Stevenson outside. Anthony against Parsons. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Dallas. Stone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here is Augustine. Guarded closely. Porzingis passes to Stevenson. New York, no good that time either.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Spates kicks to Stone. Shot's good.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Augustine passes to Porzingis. Stevenson outside. Now Augustine to the middle. Deflects the pass. Here's Lopez. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Lopez has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor nicely up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. Mavericks leading by 17.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Stone dishes to Spates. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Augustine kicks to Lopez. The wide open look here for Anthony. Off target with his 3. And a wide open look for Freak. No good on the triple.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Anthony with it, now guarded by Parsons. Shot's good by Anthony.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. Nowitzki up top. Parsons passes to Stone. Nowitzki sets a screen for Freak. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Freak. 19 points for Nowitzki.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Finished off the break. And that's 11 points for Wesley Matthews.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Anthony against Parsons. Anthony drives in. Nice D from Nowitzki.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Stevenson with it. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Stevenson. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Smith checked in for Porzingis. Augustine dishes to Stevenson. Anthony against Parsons. Anthony kicks to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Augustine from outside. Matthews with the rebound. Matthews has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. He's got 17 points and 19 assists. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach for the Dallas Mavericks said to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Anthony, the pass to Augustine. Lopez, a screen on Matthews. Out to Smith. 4 on the shot clock. To end the run, Augustine, that's good. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Freak. Nowitzki with the screen on Augustine. Stone dishes to Nowitzki. And it's Dallas with another.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws. So far in the game for Anthony, he has 14 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Josh Smith. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Augustine.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And Anderson has it in the corner. Takes a three. Another three for Dallas.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Offline with his three. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris against Calderon, all alone. And the jumper is good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
Kevin, I'm here with Dirk.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet at Freak. For some guys, a double-double is a great night, but he makes it a regular occasion, and it's an occasion his teammates never get tired of seeing.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go.